Well, we actually have experienced quite a few clouds rolling overhead today, so not so much of those completely blue skies, but this is all we're going to get. We just have some clouds overspreading the region, but not really any rain to go with it. Now, looking at a closer view, you really got to zoom in here, but again, with this sea of those white puffy clouds, we actually have a few showers developing underneath some of these to our east. Now, today, that is probably where they're going to stay. This should be an East Texas thing. As we go into, say, tomorrow, though, we might get a little more lucky and have a couple of these wander into the Bryan-College Station area or just the Brazos Valley in general, but that is going to have to wait. Now, for at least the next 2 days, an excessive heat warning continues as our temperatures are going to be between about 106 to 107. So this is not just for this evening, but it will be into effect tomorrow as well. But that is, of course, no new news. These are, issuances and warnings that we are used to by now, and I imagine we are not going to see the end of those for a little while. For the rest of the evening, you will have partly cloudy conditions in place with still about 105 by 6 o'clock, 103 at 7, and then 99 at 8. And by the time 9 o'clock rolls around, we're looking at 95 degrees with southeast winds at about 4 to 5 miles per hour. So not a terribly windy afternoon. We're just going to have those light winds throughout the next little while. As I mentioned, we could have some of these showers rolling into the region for tomorrow. So that's what you'll notice here on Future Track. An isolated shower or thunderstorm cannot be ruled out. If we do see a few, well, it would be just a few. We're talking just few and far between here, while most places will in fact stay dry. So you might just have to hope that you're one of the lucky ones to get a little bit of some rain tomorrow. Now, some of these models do bring back some of the isolated showers for Saturday, but that is a little bit less certain. I think it could be more like today, where this stays to our east, and we don't necessarily see anything from that. So going with a relatively dry forecast here for Saturday, but that might get tweaked as we go into the future. In terms of those wind speeds this evening, like I said, relatively light, and it's not going to be very windy tomorrow at all. We'll continue to have a south breeze at about 10 miles per hour, maybe a little bit higher if you have a shower or thunderstorm nearby you. Might have just some slightly stronger winds. And going into tonight, your lows will be down around 78 to 79 and maybe 80 degrees in a couple of spots, with tomorrow once again in that 107, maybe 106 range for some folks. It will be quite hot. Now, there will be at least some relief from that as we go into next week, but that is very little relief, if any, because, well, look at this. We've got 105 to 103 by Monday, and yes, while there are some rain chances early next week, our temperatures will only drop to about 100 at best.